VBuzz, guys. I'm Shankri, this is Jaywalia, and today we come to your rescue when it comes to chip manicures or tangled hair, because we are speaking to WeStyle Asia, the guys from WeStyle Asia, Andrei and Arthur Pan.
So guys, with regards, it's one thing to want to look good all the time. As you mentioned, we live in a very vain world these days, and it's all about the selfies and stuff like that. But to go on and start a whole platform yourselves, were either of you well versed in the startup world or even in the beauty line at all?
Well, to be really honest, both of us have zero tech knowledge when we started 5 months ago.
Right.
No startup knowledge.
Okay.
But what we do had was it comes from marketing, communications, and training background. So we know the first step to do is really to bang on a lot of doors, talk to a lot of salonists, talk to a lot of hairstylists to really figure out, is there really a need or a gap, or is just my wife and the hairstylist of renting, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what we did over the past of 4 months.
Very good,
we
solid
just
4 months.
bang on doors, talk to a lot of people, and figure out that there is many of them are facing a lot of challenges in terms of growing their business. That's kind of like moving forward towards our aha moment.
All right.
But you know what the ironic part of it is, like, when you are totally unclear about something,
Yeah.
and you know that you do not know that thing, you will actually study, you will spend hours
Upon hours.
gluing yourself in front of screen and to
trying to
do
compensate.
research. There was so many hours that we really have invested into understanding also the market and also the overall industry.
I think how we did was, right, we actually worked 24 hours.
Right.
So he does the nocturnal shift. So he does everything, research until about 2 to 4 a.m. he slept, and I wake up quite early. So I'll take over. We had like sort of like a chat where he finished, and I start over, and then we meet probably in the afternoon and we carry on forward.
Wow, so efficient.
Yeah, I was actually about to get to that, because it started out with just the two of you all initially. And with regards to the research itself, was there a particular, do you all delegate, like, okay, you would take care of research about this, I will find out more about this, or was it like a joint effort 100%?
Well, really not quite. So I think we really joined our effort together because we're completely mutual in this whole entire startup, tech startup, and it's about really the ability of both of us learning and also keeping up on our own pace to know as much information as possible.
Right. So they learned, and they did not only learn, in the words of Andrei, they not knock, but they bang on the door. And
You gotta do what you gotta do. Right?
yes, my friend, you banged on the right door, because the one who opened it was the founder of A Card Above, Winnie Lu, and now you guys have a partnership with her. How cool is that? Tell us about it.
Well, it all first started as Andrei mentioned earlier, that we went to the streets speaking to a lot of hairstylists, because we didn't come from that industry. So we wanted to understand what is the inside, and we know that for a fact that we want to revolutionize this whole entire hair industry. So after speaking to many renowned hairstylists, we have found out that Winnie Lu, being the Malaysian president of Hairdressing Association, shared the same sentiment as us to really revolutionize the hair industry through digital. And of course, let alone that she has been in the industry for 39 years. So pretty much you know the in and outs about the hair industry. So we spent many hours.
It took us quite a while.
It first started off as actually telling her about the platform, and she still was trying to understand okay, how is digital and hair industries will be regulated. So a lot of persistency, I would say, a lot of going to Mid Valley, looking, spending probably half an hour to look for a decent parking, bring up and spending hours, and always wait for her during the interval appointments. So she will give her time, and I guess it was really quite a two-way thing. So I think it took about the third meeting for her to finally maybe this works, and ever since then she saw the big picture of it.
She's very supportive of all these new ideas. Very, very
Speaking of which, after working with her and being our advisor, she's a great advisor and a great leader in the industry, simply because she has a very big heart to see the younger entrepreneurs to be successful.
What is the one thing, because like you mentioned, it's a two-way street at the end of the day. She found out how you could digitize, cutting hair and stuff like that, and you guys found out more about the beauty world itself. But she comes from the time when even before it went digital itself, so she's seen the industry change. What's the one thing that she imparted on the both of you that you still remember? That's one key rule that she mentioned.
Well, I guess like what Arthur was mentioning, the minute she sees there's there's this future in terms of creating a digital presence. Because like I mentioned just now, there's many challenges in terms of growing the business. They're very professional in doing what they're doing. They have probably limited time or no time in terms of doing marketing.
Yeah.
So let alone digital presence.
Yeah.
So when we come in and pitch the idea of, hey, look, you guys are a professional at what you guys are doing. What we can do, we market, we create a digital presence for you, and that could be another alternative in terms of generating revenues and growth. So with that, having said that, then she saw that there's a big growth that you can actually tap on.
Yeah. And I vividly remember that Winnie Louis said one thing: I'm just a hairdresser, and what makes me today to be such a recognizable face, an iconic philanthropist in the eyes of the society, it was only because she branded herself successfully in the 80s. She was one hairdresser that will only execute appointments, execute the hairdo through appointments. And a lot of people that were going against because they were saying that, oh, you're supposed to be catering for anyone.
Yeah.
But she set that benchmark that I will only service my clients through appointments. And it was in the 90s then, she progressively built a career through the back-end support system, digitally using the computer. So it's all about branding.
Yes.
So if we want to forward backward, 39 years ago, she branded herself as to be where she is today.
Yep.
And this is what WeStyle Asia is all about, creating a platform and to really find the next winner, to find the next celebrity stylist that where the people could really have the highest level of trust.
That's brilliant, you guys. Now, Winnie definitely knew what she wanted. She knew her goals and everything. What about you guys? What do you want to achieve with this platform? Perhaps your short-term goals.
Well, for our short-term goals, of course, right now, we're looking in the next 6 months, acquiring some more salons and more users, and also to progressively improve our back-end technology.
It's all about scaling the business right now and getting more people to come in to explore the platform, to really test it out, and move on from there.
Speaking of getting more people to get on board, because with especially us Malaysians, or even Asians for that matter, we're very sort of like skeptical with new things. So did you find it a challenge to sort of go and speak to salons? What was the one thing that they were most afraid of?
Well, I guess at the end of the day, all of us, when it comes to change, there's always this little steps, whether should we or should we not. But when we talk to many salon owners and hairstylists, the minute they see kind of like an opportunity to really do something slightly different and without really taking a lot more effort on their end, and because most of the things we are doing it, we're creating a platform, we're marketing for them, we're doing this and that. You see, it's a great value to add on to their business. So with that, having said that, they would like to test it out. They'll come in, and right now most of them are adding in. Right?
It's a very simple scenario. It's 5 years ago, probably we were a bit skeptical of doing online banking, and we still want to go to the bank, go to the ATM machine, and try to dispense cash. But look at right now, who actually goes to ATM to really get a transaction done? So it really takes a period of time in order for people to beat out the norms and the usual habits.
That's very
Likewise, to watching a movie or even booking your holidays.
Everything.
To see your travel
And you
agent.
can't run away from technology these days, right? Everything is technology. Look at the phone.
True enough, guys. But then you just can't help it. People are rather skeptical when they are given something new, and especially because, as we mentioned earlier, we do tend to have a really close relationship with our hairstylists. Now, what's the value added in using WeStyle Asia?
So, like for instance, if when you want to make a workers booking, you probably call your stylist. He probably have to get back to you, check in on the schedules and whatnot. So with this platform, you can check out the schedules, you can check out the calendars, the timing that you want, and straight away book in real time. So it's slightly more convenient than just a phone call. And let's lead to transparency as well within the platform. So that's where we see that there's a lot of value in terms of rather than just making phone calls and doing 2-3 steps. You can straight away do one step.
So it's literally as simple as that, just going to the site and just logging in at the end of the day and picking your stylist. But what about for the stylist itself? Is there a fee that they have to cough up for, or is there anything, it's just free?
So of course, it's complementary.
Yeah.
And then once we build the brand, we build the trustworthiness between the users and also the salons, and of course ourselves to be as a trustworthy brand.
Right.
And then that's where we'll be imposing a fee.
It's a flat rate transactional fee on successful bookings. So it's really minimal
Right.
compared to the whole price of
Well, that's good news for all the stylists out there. So guys,
Yes.
you guys should get on WeStyle
With
Asia.
regards to the salon itself, is there sort of like a QC, a quality control to, do you check the backgrounds of the salons, or is it something that's based on the users to review and add?
We do have our team going down offline to really talk to the salons, really to tell them what it's all about, and really talk to the owners and see how these strategic partnerships can actually come about much more
And
smoothly.
freelancers can get on board as well,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Oh, that's really good, especially because now there are more freelancers than ever before. Now, when I was speaking to you guys earlier, you said that there are plans to diversify the way this app works. Could you share that with us?
Okay, so for now, it's acquiring as many salons as possible, and our next wave is going to be on-demand services.
Alright.
Where it means is that you will get think of any professionals in the area of hair, beauty, and wellness to really be saying hello at your doorstep. So it could be right in the office, it could be right at home, it could be even while you are probably maybe watching movies, and getting a manicure to get into the cinema hall. I don't know, think of the funniest ideas
Possibilities are infinite.
Well, our tech is like beauty and style meets technology.
Right.
We want to be the marketplace for beauty awareness professionals,
Yeah.
but we know that we want to start off with the hair salon industry. Looking at this industry, there's probably about 20,000 salon outlets across Malaysia.
Yep.
That's close to about 100,000 stylists. And then if we look at the whole beauty awareness profession, that's probably 5x, 10x. So we'll take one step and then escalate from there.
All
Build it,
right.
keep growing with it. Thank you very much, guys, for dropping by and speak to us today.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy, you guys. I know where to go to after
And I'm
this.
sure all the ladies out there are just as happy as well. So the next time you need an emergency, you need a fix immediately, you know what to call.
WeStyle Asia.
Indeed, but if you want to check out more entertainment and more information, you know where to tune in. Yes, VBuzz, because tomorrow on VBuzz, we wrap up our week with Kumar Kartigesu, Festival Director of the upcoming Shantanan Festival of the Arts.
We also speak to Sean Chong and Lalita Monisha, who dropped by to